Please subscribe, like and share this content. It means a lot to us. Thank you in advance. Cornell Law School. U.C.C. Article 9. Secured Transactions. Part 1. General Provisions. Subpart 1. Short Title, Definitions, and General Concepts. Paragraph 9-101. Short Title. This article may be cited as Uniform Commercial Code Secure Transactions. Paragraph 9-102. Definitions and Index of Definitions. A. Article 9 Definitions. In this article, 1. Accession means goods that are physically united with other goods in such a manner that the identity of the original goods is not lost. 2. Account, except as used in account for, means a right to payment of a monetary obligation, whether or not earned by performance, i.e. for property that has been or is to be sold, leased, licensed, assigned, or otherwise disposed of. 2. For services rendered or to be rendered. 3. For a policy of insurance issued or to be issued. IV. For a secondary obligation incurred or to be incurred. V. For energy provided or to be provided. Vi. For the use or hire of a vessel under a charter or other contract. VA. Arising out of the use of a credit or charge card or information contained on or for use with the card. Or VI. As winnings in a lottery or other game of chance operated or sponsored by a state, governmental unit of a state, or person licensed or authorized to operate the game by a state or governmental unit of a state. The term includes healthcare insurance receivables. The term does not include I. Rights to payment evidenced by chattel paper or an instrument. 2. Commercial tort claims. 3. Deposit accounts. IV. Investment property. V. Letter of credit rights or letters of credit. Or VI. Rights to payment for money or funds advanced or sold, other than rights arising out of the use of a credit or charge card or information contained on or for use with the card. 3. Account debtor means a person obligated on an account, chattel paper, or general intangible. The term does not include persons obligated to pay a negotiable instrument, even if the instrument constitutes part of chattel paper. 4. Accounting, except as used in accounting for, means a record, A. Authenticated by a secured party, B. Indicating the aggregate unpaid secured obligations as of a date not more than 35 days earlier or 35 days later than the date of the record, and C. Identifying the components of the obligations in reasonable detail. 5. Agricultural lien means an interest in farm products, A. Which secures payment or performance of an obligation for, I. Goods or services furnished in connection with a debtor's farming operation. Or 2. Rent on real property leased by a debtor in connection with its farming operation. B. Which is created by statute in favor of a person that, I. In the ordinary course of its business furnished goods or services to a debtor in connection with a debtor's farming operation. Or 2. Leased real property to a debtor in connection with the debtor's farming operation. And C. Whose effectiveness does not depend on the person's possession of the personal property. 6. As extracted collateral means, A. Oil, gas, or other minerals that are subject to a security interest that, I. Is created by a debtor having an interest in the minerals before extraction, and 2. Attaches to the minerals as extracted, or B. Accounts arising out of the sale at the wellhead or mine head of oil, gas, or other minerals in which the debtor had an interest before extraction. 7. Authenticate means, A. To sign, or B. With present intent to adopt or accept a record, to attach to or logically associate with the record an electronic sound, symbol, or process. 8. Bank means an organization that is engaged in the business of banking. The term includes savings banks, savings and loan associations, credit unions, and trust companies. 9. Cash proceeds means proceeds that are money, checks, deposit accounts, or the like. 10. Certificate of title means a certificate of title with respect to which a statute provides for the security interest in question to be indicated on the certificate as a condition or result of the security interest obtaining priority over the rights of a lien creditor with respect to the collateral. The term includes another record maintained as an alternative to a certificate of title by the governmental unit that issues certificates of title if a statute permits the security interest in question to be indicated on the record as a condition or result of the security interest obtaining priority over the rights of a lien creditor with respect to the collateral. 11. Chattel paper means a record or records that evidence both a monetary obligation and a security interest in specific goods, a security interest in specific goods and software used in the goods, a security interest in specific goods and license of software used in the goods, a lease of specific goods, or a lease of specific goods and license of software used in the goods. In this paragraph, monetary obligation means a monetary obligation secured by the goods or owed under a lease of the goods and includes a monetary obligation with respect to software used in the goods. The term does not include charters or other contracts involving the use or hire of a vessel or 2. Records that evidence a right to payment arising out of the use of a credit or charge card or information contained on or for use with the card. If a transaction is evidenced by records that include an instrument or series of instruments, the group of records taken together constitutes chattel paper. 12. Collateral means the property subject to a security interest or agricultural lien. The term includes a. Proceeds to which a security interest attaches, b. Accounts, chattel paper, payment intangibles, and promissory notes that have been sold, and c. Goods that are the subject of a consignment. 13. Commercial tort claim means a claim arising in tort with respect to which a. The claimant is an organization, or b. The claimant is an individual and the claim I arose in the course of the claimant's business or profession, and 2. Does not include damages arising out of personal injury to or the death of an individual. 14. Commodity account means an account maintained by a commodity intermediary in which a commodity contract is carried for a commodity customer. 15. Commodity contract means a commodity futures contract, an option on a commodity futures contract, a commodity option, or another contract if the contract or option is a. Traded on or subject to the rules of a board of trade that has been designated as a contract market for such a contract pursuant to federal commodities laws, or b. Traded on a foreign commodity board of trade, exchange, or market, and is carried on the books of a commodity intermediary for a commodity customer. 16. Commodity customer means a person for which a commodity intermediary carries a commodity contract on its books. 17. Commodity intermediary means a person that a. is registered as a futures commission merchant under federal commodities law, or b. in the ordinary course of its business provides clearance or settlement services for a board of trade that has been designated as a contract market pursuant to federal commodities law. 18. Communicate means a. to send a written or other tangible record, b. to transmit a record by any means agreed upon by the persons sending and receiving the record, or c. in the case of transmission of a record to or by a filing office, to transmit a record by any means prescribed by filing office rule. 19. Consignee means a merchant to which goods are delivered in a consignment. 20. Consignment means a transaction, regardless of its form, in which a person delivers goods to a merchant for the purpose of sale and a. the merchant, I. deals in goods of that kind under a name other than the name of the person making delivery, 2. is not an auctioneer, and 3. is not generally known by its creditors to be substantially engaged in selling the goods of others. B. With respect to each delivery, the aggregate value of the goods is $1,000 or more at the time of delivery. C. The goods are not consumer goods immediately before delivery. And D. The transaction does not create the security interest that secures an obligation. 21. Consignor means a person that delivers goods to a consignee in a consignment. 22. Consumer debtor means a debtor in a consumer transaction. 23. Consumer goods means goods that are used or bought for use primarily for personal, family, or household purposes. 24. Consumer goods transaction means a consumer transaction in which A. An individual incurs an obligation primarily for personal, family, or household purposes, and B. A security interest in consumer goods secures the obligation. 25. Consumer obliger means an obliger who is an individual and who incurred the obligation as part of a transaction entered into primarily for personal, family, or household purposes. 26. Consumer transaction means a transaction in which I, an individual, incurs an obligation primarily for personal, family, or household purposes. 2. A security interest secures the obligation, and 3. The collateral is held or acquired primarily for personal, family, or household purposes. The term includes consumer goods transactions. 27. Continuation statement means an amendment of a financing statement which A. identifies, by its file number, the initial financing statement to which it relates, and B. indicates that it is a continuation statement for, or that it is filed to continue the effectiveness of, the identified financing statement. 28. Debtor means A. a person having an interest, other than a security interest or other lien, in the collateral, whether or not the person is an obliger, B. a seller of accounts, chattel paper, payment intangibles, or promissory notes, or C. a consignee. 29. Deposit account means a demand, time, savings, passbook, or similar account maintained with a bank. The term does not include investment property or accounts evidenced by an instrument. 30. Document means a document of title or receipt of the type described in Section 7201(2). 31. Electronic chattel paper means chattel paper evidenced by a record or records consisting of information stored in an electronic medium. 32. Encumbrance means a right, other than an ownership interest, in real property. The term includes mortgages and other liens on real property. 33. Equipment means goods other than inventory, farm products, or consumer goods. 34. Farm products means goods other than standing timber, with respect to which the debtor is engaged in a farming operation, and which are A. Crops grown, growing, or to be grown, including I. Crops produced on trees, vines, and bushes, and 2. Aquatic goods produced in aquacultural operations. B. Livestock, born or unborn, including aquatic goods produced in aquacultural operations. C. Supplies used or produced in a farming operation, or D. Products of crops or livestock in their unmanufactured states. 35. Farming operation means raising, cultivating, propagating, fattening, grazing, or any other farming, livestock, or aquacultural operation. 36. File number means the number assigned to an initial financing statement pursuant to Section 9519A. 37. Filing office means an office designated in Section 9501 as the place to file a financing statement. 38. Filing office rule means a rule adopted pursuant to Section 9526. 39. Financing statement means a record or records composed of an initial financing statement and any filed record relating to the initial financing statement. 40. Fixture filing means the filing of a financing statement covering goods that are or are to become fixtures and satisfying Section 9502A and B. The term includes the filing of a financing statement covering goods of a transmitting utility which are or are to become fixtures. 41. Fixtures means goods that have become so related to particular real property that an interest in them arises under real property law. 42. General intangible means any personal property, including things in action, other than accounts, chattel paper, commercial tort claims, deposit accounts, documents, goods, instruments, investment property, letter of credit rights, letters of credit, money, and oil, gas, or other minerals before extraction. The term includes payment intangibles and software. 43. Good faith means honesty in fact and the observance of reasonable commercial standards of fair dealing. 44. Goods means all things that are movable when a security interest attaches. The term includes I. Fixtures, 2. Standing timber that is to be cut and removed under a conveyance or contract for sale, 3. The unborn young of animals, IV. Crops grown, growing, or to be grown, even if the crops are produced on trees, vines, or bushes, and V. Manufactured homes. The term also includes a computer program embedded in goods and any supporting information provided in connection with a transaction relating to the program if I. The program is associated with the goods in such a manner that it customarily is considered part of the goods, or 2. By becoming the owner of the goods, a person acquires a right to use the program in connection with the goods. The term does not include a computer program embedded in goods that consist solely of the medium in which the program is embedded. The term also does not include accounts, chattel paper, commercial tort claims, deposit accounts, documents, general intangibles, instruments, investment property, letter of credit rights, letters of credit, money, or oil, gas, or other minerals before extraction. 45. Governmental unit means a subdivision, agency, department, county, parish, municipality, or other unit of the government of the United States, a state, or a foreign country. The term includes an organization having a separate corporate existence if the organization is eligible to issue debt on which interest is exempt from income taxation under the laws of the United States. 46. Healthcare insurance receivable means an interest in or claim under a policy of insurance, which is a right to payment of a monetary obligation for healthcare goods or services provided. 47. Instrument means a negotiable instrument or any other writing that evidences a right to the payment of a monetary obligation, is not itself a security agreement or lease, and is of a type that in ordinary course of business is transferred by delivery with any necessary endorsement or assignment. The term does not include I. Investment property, 2. Letters of credit, or 3. Writings that evidence a right to payment arising out of the use of a credit or charge card or information contained on or for use with the card. 48. Inventory means goods other than farm products, which A. are leased by a person as lessor, B. are held by a person for sale or lease or to be furnished under a contract of service, C. are furnished by a person under a contract of service, or D. consist of raw materials, work in process, or materials used or consumed in a business. 49. Investment property means a security, whether certificated or uncertificated. Security entitlement, securities account, commodity contract, or commodity account. 50. Jurisdiction of organization, with respect to a registered organization, means the jurisdiction under whose law the organization is formed or organized. 51. Letter of credit right means a right to payment or performance under a letter of credit, whether or not the beneficiary has demanded or is at the time entitled to demand payment or performance. The term does not include the right of a beneficiary to demand payment or performance under a letter of credit.